Welcome to Slash Bash, where today I am bringing you another Am I the Butthole Reddit video. Am I the butthole for setting a glitter trap to catch my mother-in-law trying to snoop? For some weird reason, my mother-in-law really wants to go into our bedroom whenever she comes over. On one occasion, I followed her as she went upstairs. I was going to get something for my child as the bedrooms are upstairs, and she walked past the bathroom on the main floor and up the stairs behind it. She didn't hear me, and I caught her walking straight into my room and rifling through bills on my dresser. She denied snooping, even though I'd just watch her do it, and said she was going to use our bathroom because she couldn't find the other ones. She walked right past the one on the main floor and another one in the upstairs hallway to go into our bedroom. Since that happened, I installed an exterior doorknob that requires a key on our bedroom door and one on the door to our office and spare bedroom. However, she's still always forgetting where the bathroom is and trying the bedroom and office door. This really ticks me off. My husband says that I just get annoyed at this because everything she does drives me crazy, and since we've put locks on the rooms we don't want her in, there isn't really a problem anymore. Well, over the holidays, we had my in-laws over for dinner, and before they came, I was searching for the bedroom keys. We hadn't used them in a while since we only lock the doors when mother-in-law comes over. My husband told me we didn't need to lock the doors since she wouldn't try to get into the rooms. I insisted that she would because she loves to snoop. We went back and forth and decided to cover the doorknobs in superfine glitter to see if she tried them. I did this once before when my husband didn't believe me about the snooping to prove she'd been in the rooms. The last time she ignored the glitter and we didn't say anything about it, but then my husband couldn't deny that she tried to snoop. So this time I covered the knobs in glitter and for the office went a touch further and rigged a little folder of glitter over the door to the office before the in-laws came over. I left one side unlocked, their French doors, and it was set so if you walked in the room, you would get covered in glitter. My husband goes out of his way to show his mom the main floor bathroom when they got here and specifically asked his parents and sister not to go upstairs. There's a baby gate, so the kids can't get upstairs either. Well, guess who had to go to the bathroom and got covered in glitter and had it all over their hands and hair? My mother-in-law completely lost it and started screaming at me. I yelled back, and now my husband is saying I went too far and I'm the butthole. My mother-in-law also says I'm the butthole, but my sister-in-law says I didn't do anything wrong and my mother-in-law deserved it for snooping. My father-in-law is Switzerland. Apparently, my mother-in-law's car is ruined now too because it's covered in glitter that she can't get cleaned up. So, am I the butthole? I can't believe this blew up, and I wanted to say thank you for all the support and the awards. My husband woke up and found this post, and I think the comments have been an eye-opener. We are going to start couples therapy in January, so I think that will be great for us. I will be ordering some cellulose glitter that is biodegradable and safer for future projects. And if my mother-in-law comes over again, I will set up a camera, or at least print out some fun fake documents so if she snoops again, she can at least find something interesting. Am I the butthole for giving my sister $13,000 to pay for her IVF cycle without consulting my husband? I'm a 33-year-old female. My sister, who's a 34-year-old female, has been struggling with infertility for years. She and my brother-in-law resorted to so many options, including trying rounds of IVF. This is costly, so as a result, a number of IVF cycles had cost them a lot, and none of them worked. My sister and brother-in-law were advised to take a break, seeing the physical and emotional and financial toll this unsuccessful IVF treatment has had on them, but my sister wanted to try one more time before she enters her mid-30s, where her chances are lower. My parents refused to give her any more money, so she came over to my place where she had a mental breakdown begging me to help. I decided to help her out and helped pay by pulling $13,000 from a shared account that my husband and I have. My husband was out of town for days, and I didn't go out of my way to tell him after he missed my initial call, before going forth and giving my sister the money. I brought it up with him on the phone later and he blew up at me, saying I shouldn't have made such a decision and taken money out of our joint account without consulting him first. I said I tried calling and he didn't pick up the first time, but he said still I shouldn't have made any moves till I had talked to him first. Then my husband said he didn't agree that I gave a huge sum of money that he worked hard for, given the fact he contributes 70% to this account. He said I messed up big time. I tried to explain my sister's situation and how this was an emergency. I assured him she'd return the money to us, but he said no, she won't, since she doesn't even have a job, and the same with her husband. My husband said I shouldn't support their bad decision to want a baby when they're broke to begin with. I had an argument with him and said he was acting cruel and unsupportive of my family. He corrected me, saying he's not a doormat and he worked hard for the money that I had no problem giving away without even telling him first, but that is my sister and I feel obligated to help her out. He refuses to understand that. That was the last time we spoke. My husband demanded I take the money back ASAP, but I haven't responded to him yet. Am I the butthole or was he? What I love is that she's written out this whole post and she doesn't know the answer to that question. Am I the butthole for telling my wife that she needs to shut up about her company? My wife has always been the breadwinner in our marriage. We have 2 daughters, they are 17 and 14. My wife used to have a great work-life balance and we used to get a lot of time for the family, but she joined a startup about 8 years ago. She promised that she would only work there for a year or 2. She didn't leave the company until it was acquired about a year ago. My wife worked a crazy schedule and we barely got to see her. My children did not get any quality time with their mother. She worked crazy hours as one of the senior employees. It has created some issues in my marriage, but I can handle her working those hours. Our children couldn't. They didn't have a lot of great one-on-one time after she started working there, and she missed a lot of big moments, birthdays, and my eldest clearly resents her for it because she has stronger memories of before the startup. My wife is trying to rebuild her relationship with our daughters. Our youngest is more receptive to her, but the older one is very reluctant. They both don't like it when my wife starts to talk about her company. She does it a lot. I don't mind it because it is her life's work and she is incredibly proud of her work, and I like to hear her speak about it. The issue is that our daughters don't like it. They both freeze up and lose interest in the conversation, and it dampens their mood whenever she brings it up. I have gently nudged her and told my wife that our children don't like it when she talks about her company and suggested she tries to connect with them over their interests instead of turning the conversation back onto her company. We went out to have a nice dinner and we were actually having a good time, and my daughter was telling her about some of the clubs she was part of, and this was an important conversation because my daughter used almost the same format to come out to me. She would talk about clubs and then talk about the LGBT group in school. My wife, instead of just letting her continue, she started to speak about her company and how they had formed clubs for the employees. My daughter didn't come out, and she just nodded along and tuned everything out. When we got home, I told my wife that she needs to stop bringing up her company and needs to shut up and listen to our children. They didn't want to listen to her glory days. My wife started to cry. She said she is crying and she doesn't know what more she can do. She worked hard for all of us and they don't even care about it. This is John from /bash. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the video and want to be the first to know when the next one drops, then now is the time to subscribe. I'd love for you to drop a like, share it with your friends, and I'll see you in the next one.